Greetings everyone and welcome back. This is Marco and today we are taking a look at the Asahi Pentax-A 35 to 105. A few months back, a friend of mine gave me his father's old cameras and lenses, and this one caught my attention. I'd never seen a vintage zoom in this focal range and with a constant aperture, so I was quite curious to try it out. Well, let's kick this off by taking a closer look. The lens is made out of metal and plastic. It weighs 600 grams. It is 98 to 120 millimeters long when fully extended, with an external diameter of 63 millimeters and a front thread of 76 millimeters. The Aries has 6 blades, the aperture is clicked and it goes from f3.5 to f22 with half steps plus auto. The focusing ring is textured, it turns 80 degrees, and after that you can lift it and turn it more to a total of 140 degrees. When focusing, the front element turns as well. Flange distance for the Pentax-A mount is 45.46 millimeters. Minimum focusing distance is a bit of a mess. In the normal focusing range, it is 1.5 meters throughout the whole zoom, as indicated by the scale. But when you get in the second half, it goes from 30 centimeters at 35 millimeters, confusing, I know, to 90 centimeters at 105 millimeters. When it comes to handling, this lens is a bit on the heavy side and can be cumbersome to operate, especially the double focusing, which can be jammed if forced. Nevertheless, focusing is precise. The zoom is quite heavy and you can feel it pushing quite some weight. Sharpness is decent wide open throughout the focal range, and it does get softer in the corners, where we can also see some vignetting. By f8 it gets very sharp, but still some loss of detail can be seen in the corners. Chromatic aberration is present wide open but rarely distracting. If you are into pixel peeping, you can spot some even at f8 in high contrast areas. Colors, contrast and saturation are what we have come to expect with Asahi Pentax lenses, characterized by those warm tones. Specular highlights are quite soft at 105 but have strong, hard edges at 35. Flares are fairly well controlled but can get quite big when shooting directly into a source of light, and occasionally the big front element can cause some reflection. And now let me show you some samples. I don't really have much of an opinion on this lens. It is far from bad, but it's not great either, living in the kinda forgettable area of the spectrum. It has that vintage softness, wide open, that still retains a lot of detail, but it is a bit too clunky to use for my way of shooting. Well, that is all for today. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!